Hello everyone, my name is Bruce and today I'm going to be showing you how to fill up a lever filling fountain pen. This is a 1942 Eversharp Skyline. This was my first vintage pen and my first pen with a gold nib. This pen I bought at the Philadelphia Pen Show in 2020, right before everything shut down. There was no pen shows, and this pen was my workhorse for quite a bit. And it's a good sized pen. It has a 14 karat gold nib, a teardrop nib actually, an Eversharp teardrop nib. It's a stub manifold nib too, and it has an ebonite feed underneath. It's a celluloid plastic pen with gold trim, and it's a burgundy pen. It's quite dark, but the finial is burgundy, and the clip is gold, and then on here it has the branding. Okay, I'm trimming here. So how this is going to work is you are going to submerge the pen into the bottle of ink up to just about here on the section, just above the nib and feed. Make sure it's fully submerged. And then you have your filling mechanism here, the lever filling mechanism. So you're going to pull that out, and what that's going to do is that's going to compress and shoot out the air from inside the pen. When you retract it, it's going to cause suction and have the ink suck up into the latex sac in the pen. So let's get started. So I have a paper plate and a paper towel, a damp paper towel here to prevent any mess, and set that pen aside quick. Open up my bottle of ink, and let's get started. Okay, set the lid down, and let's get started. Set my cap aside here, and okay, let's do this. So, I like to hold this pen here because it has this long tail on it, and it helps you, it gives you a good point to hold, in my opinion. So, let's submerge this in. So, you're going to submerge it in, you're going to pull the lever down, go push some of the air out, and then you're just going to simply flick it up. And then repeat this, and you'll see little bubbles coming out of the pen. And if you can hear this, you hear a little sucking noise. Okay, and then when you stop seeing bubbles come out of the pen, that's how you know all the air has been expelled and the pen is full of ink. I made a bit of a mess here. Well, let me put the cap on the bottle of ink here and set this aside. I made a bit of a mess. Let's see. Set that aside. So sometimes ink can get up here, but not very often, just a little bit. So I like to just kind of wipe off the back of the pen. It's a slightly damp paper towel, so it's not going to hurt it or rust anything or anything of the sort. I'm just going to wipe off the section ever so gently. And then I'm going to go on top of the nib and just go like this. First, what I do is I start out around the nib, and then I go to the top. Just like that. Let's get the little shoulders. A Q-tip can also help with this, but I don't have one on hand right now around me. And then what you're going to do is wipe off your feed. Get the excess ink off your feed. And then what I like to do is I like to put my finger here, make sure there's no ink on that ridge. I like to inspect the pen a bit, make sure there's no ink on it or like streaks. And then you cap up the pen let's set the ink and the paper towel aside, and let's try out the pen. So this is my 1942. Oh, I screwed up there. 1942 Eversharp Skyline. This is a very smooth pen. A 14-karat gold nib. Okay, and that wraps up the tutorial today on how to fill a lever filling fountain pen. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. My name is Bruce, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.